let's continue with our front end, and now we're gonna be working with Reduxjs tool. So make sure that you go into the front end and go into the package.json of the front end, and make sure that you have here that you have Reduxjs/toolkit installed as a dependency. Okay, so we are gonna go into the front end, into the source. We're gonna go into features. We're gonna create a new folder. We're gonna name it auth, like that. And inside of this auth folder, we're gonna have a file that is gonna be auth slice. Okay, so this is gonna be a JavaScript file. And let me see, where we're gonna have our global state, initial state. Let me see, we're gonna import some things first of all. So let me see, auth slice. So we're gonna import. Okay, so we're gonna import some stuff here. So we open curly braces and we're gonna do it. So let me see, where is it? Redux. Let me see, Redux. Oops, I don't have it here. Oops, Redux. JS slash. Let me see if it's like that. Yeah, read. Okay, now so you have to put in the at. Okay, so it's gonna be from at Reduxjs/toolkit, and here what we are gonna bring is gonna be create. It's gonna be, okay, I already have it now. Create. Yeah, this one, create a slice. We're gonna bring create a slice. We are also gonna bring in create. Let me see, create async thunk. Okay, I have it right here. And finally, let me see. No, pretty much these two. Okay, let me see what else. Okay, so now what we are gonna do is create the initial state. So we're using JavaScript, so const, and it's gonna be initial state, literally initial state, and we're gonna set it to an object like that. And this is, this refers to the user part of our full stack, not to the bikes, but to the users. Okay, so here we're gonna have an user, and for now we can set it to null. We're gonna add error, and we can set it to false, like that. What else? Let me see. We have as success, like that. Let me see, as success is loading. So we have a spinning is loading. Yeah, okay, so we are setting it to false, and then just a message. Okay, and this one we don't set it to false, where we just set it to an empty string, so single quote. So we have imported create a slice and create async thunk from Reduxjs Toolkit. We have our initial state. Okay, let me see what else here. So now what we are gonna do is we're gonna get the user from the local storage. So to do that, we are gonna use user, and now we're gonna set it to JSON. Okay, JSON that parse, okay, JSON that parse, and the local storage can only have strings, okay. We can have in local storage, okay, that get item like that. Let me see. We're gonna get it from the local storage that get item, and here we can open parentheses, single quotes, and look for user, okay. And here we set it. Let me see. Let me save it. Here we have set the user to null, but let me put it like that. We're gonna use the ternary operator. So if we have the user, we're gonna have the user, else we're just gonna have null like that. So if we have the user, we're gonna user, else it's just gonna be null. Okay, so this is the ternary operator with the question mark. Okay, so we're gonna get it from the local storage. We have the initial state, and here we're gonna export. And let me see. So this is gonna be the auth slice. So it's gonna be the auth slice like that, and we're gonna set it to create. This one, create a slice, and this is passing an object, and in this object we're gonna have a name, and let me put it single quotes, that is just gonna be auth. And the second thing that we are gonna pass is gonna be the initial state, okay, that we just define right here. We're also gonna have in our reducers, so pretty much here. Let me see, these are not asynchronous functions. So the asynchronous are gonna go below, and extra reducers. So we can just, let me put a comma first and just move here and then put extra reducers like that. So we can leave the reducers, set it to object, and then comma extra reducers, okay. And here column, we can open, we're gonna set it to a function, an arrow function, and we can just leave it like that for now. And the regular reducer that we are gonna have for now is just gonna be the reset. So pretty much, for example, so if a user has registered and has login with the email and password, okay, so once a logout, okay, so it's gonna pretty much, we want to reset the whole thing. So and once the second user can register with a different credentials, okay, and a third user can register with different credentials. So this is gonna calling right here. Let me see, let me see, this one is gonna be set again, arrow function like that, inside of the curly braces, and here it's gonna be oops, no, not like that. Let me see, it's gonna be passing the state. It's gonna pass in the state, and here what we want is pretty much have that, let me 1 2 3 state that, let me see, I have it, okay, state is loading, so that is the reason we're using loading as error as success. We're gonna set it to false, so for now. state that is error, set that to false, state that is success, and we're gonna set it to false again, and state that message we can set it to just empty strings. Okay, so let's save it. So we have the reset, we have the state, is loading, is error, is success, is message, and we are is loading as error, as success, and message. We're getting it from the initial state. Okay, so let me see. We have the reducer, we have the extra reducer. What else here? Let me see here. And now to export it, we're gonna export. Okay, and it has to be like that, export default, and now the name, well, not the name, but it's gonna be auth slice. Let me see, slice that, and yeah, it has to be like that, that reducer. We have this reset that is inside of reducer, so we have to export it, and let me see, separate. So we have to export like that, export, and it's gonna be const, and here we open curly braces, and let me see this one, reset, and this one we're gonna set it to auth slice that redo that yeah, this one, that actions. Okay,